everybody, I'm Danny Otto. Welcome into another episode of That Recap Show. Now, before we get into the show, just want to issue major spoiler warning. In fact, Thor's hammer level spoiler warnings. We are going to be talking about everything for episode 7 of the What If series. So if you haven't seen that episode yet, you may want to pause this video, go check that out, and then come back for all of the breakdown. Now, with that out of the way, let's start the show!
Poppin' Off presents That Recap Show.
Welcome into the show. Joining with me to break down everything that happened in episode 7 of What If, it's Jon Jon Rico.
Hey.
Hey.
How we doing?
Doing really good. How about you?
Oh, I'm doing fantabulous.
Awesome. Well,
Yeah.
look, we've been waiting for an episode like this for forever, so let's get right into it. And by that, I mean, like, nothing technically bad happened in this episode. It was kind of like, look, initial impressions immediately. I thought nothing more than this is basically The Hangover part Thor mixed with Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Because I thought it was like a perfect combination of that. And then when you find out that Thor's mom's coming to Earth, he's like, oh shit, we have to clean everything up. And so it's just like, it's like the Ferris Bueller, like the end of one of those kind of movies too.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like that. Like, yeah, we had some fighting scenes too, but like everyone's just there to party and hang out and stuff. So I understand now why this was kind of dubbed Party Thor episode, because it really is just Thor's launched the party all the time. And look, I am an only child, and the fact of being an only child does not make me just want to party. And what's even funnier is I did go to Vegas, and I went to Vegas and hung out with you the whole time I was in Vegas. And it was kind of like that. We had a whole bunch of people from all over the place come into Vegas for a big party week, I guess.
Cosmos from Marvel.
I know, it was crazy. So way too many parallels in those movies and in real life. Anyway, so what were your initial impressions of this episode?
Yeah, pretty straightforward episode. Like there wasn't no doom and gloom ending in a sense. There was a cliffhanger, but it's pretty much what we thought it was going to be leading up to. But this episode was just what it was, a party from beginning to end. And we got to see some pretty cool cameo. This is pretty much a cameo fest throughout the whole episode. Like we got to see everybody going from the Thor movies to the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, mixed in with some Earth level characters as well. But it was a pretty like enjoyable episode just to be like, hey, it's that person. Hey, it's that person. Hey, it's one of those. Hey, it's one of these. And that to me was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was awesome. And so you want to go to our big takeaways?
Absolutely.
Awesome. All right, kicking this off. I really like Darcy. I think she is so underused in the Thor movies that I was so happy she ended up being like a more predominant character in WandaVision, because I think she's a great character. So I was so excited to see her in this episode. And then we had some awkwardness where like I'm pretty sure she got married to Howard the Duck.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, Vegas marriage.
Yeah.
It happened.
Yeah. And so now I'm left with all I want to see is another episode of just Darcy and Howard the Duck. And how that all goes, like how they get along and live, I guess. Just I want to see more of that.
And
so
have kids.
I wasn't even going that far. Just a day in the life of Darcy and Howard the Duck, just doing a normal life day, something like that. That's what I want to see.
Vision and Wanda had kids. Why can't Darcy and Howard have kids?
Like anything's possible in the MCU. Anyway, what was your first big takeaway?
So we kind of got to see a payoff from a cool tease we got in Avengers Endgame. which was kind of the showdown between Thor and Captain Marvel. If you remember when they first went face to face, he kind of went out there, reached his hand off a Stormbreaker, and
I like this one.
she didn't even flinch when that thing went by. And he's like, "Oh, okay, I like this one. Like this one's got some like bravado to it." And so in the episode, we got to see Party Pooper, Captain Marvel go into effect, and her and Thor have a nice little showdown. And it seems like they're both having a little bit of fun with it until and Captain Marvel's kind of like not going 100% because she's not going full binary as she says. But then Thor just kind of rests Mjolnir on top of her chest, and he's like, I got stuff to do. Like, we're done here. Like, let me do my thing. You guys do your thing. But that was a pretty cool thing to kind of see, like pretty much the two most powerful characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe face off in like a little bit of a sparring battle. So that was really fun to see.
And keeping this with the themes of the movies that I touched on earlier, she was like the older sister in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, trying to catch up with the younger brother who is basically going off on a party day. So it all fits in to an 80s teen comedy at this point.
Yeah. And she was throwing out 80s references because that's, of course, the only timeline she knows, of course. So that makes it even better.
Yeah. All right. So last big thing that we have to touch on is, and I'm so excited to actually be able to do this because I had no idea this was coming. The Watcher had no idea this was coming. Boom! Big reveal. We're getting everything. Like we said, this episode felt like everything was a party. Everything were like wrapped up nicely. Thor cleaned up Earth. He's going back. He learned his lesson. And
it's a happy Disney ending.
Exactly. And so all of a sudden we have the Watcher who we think's going to tie this all up with like a nice like quote or a saying or something.
Yeah.
And he just goes like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden we see a portal, and who's coming out of the portal? Infinite Ultron.
Yeah. Infinite Ultron Vision Tron.
Ultron and Vision's body. So we're calling it Infinite Ultron.
Wild.
Absolutely crazy. So obviously this goes right into our predictions. So you want to kick off predictions? Yeah. Cool. So I'll go first, only because, look, I think we're both on the same page with this. So you can add in anything that I actually leave out. But, I mean, we've been calling this. This is basically what's going to be the call to arms for the Watcher to finally intervene and get these other heroes from those other timelines together, because he's going to see a threat that even he didn't expect. Because the look on his face in that one scene is like, I have no idea what's coming, what's going on here, basically. So I think this is the threat that we've been waiting for. I think the next two episodes, we get the Watcher gathering up these other heroes, and maybe we have a standoff, and it's like a be continued thing, or maybe we have it like you were saying earlier in earlier episodes, where Infinite Ultron is only like the sub villain, like the Loki villain, to the Thanos level villain that we had like teased in the first Avengers. And so like he's getting everyone together, and it's like mini boss, and then we get a tease for the big boss, and that's what season 2 is going to be all about. So I think that these next few episodes are going to be all about, I think, gathering the team. This is where we have the Watcher officially stepping in because he was surprised by this reveal. So what are your predictions? Anything else you want to add on? I know we were already on the same page with this one, though.
Yeah, pretty much we're on the same page with that prediction. So I think the next episode, like you just said, will probably be the assembling of the heroes, and we might see like the Infinite Ultron kind of wreaking some havoc a little bit, and maybe it's a very good chance that he could still be like the big boss of the entire thing. We've had some pretty downer endings on some of these episodes, so maybe the mid-season finale, however they're looking at this, will be a downer ending with Infinite Ultron actually winning, maybe even taking out this little squad of heroes from this multiverse, and then we get more different ones in the next episodes. Who knows? There's so many different ways that you can go with this show that, like, it's, again, you can just throw it out there. Maybe you'll be right, maybe not, but who knows?
Yeah. And there's so many questions too that I've already been seeing pop up from this ending that we just got a glimpse of Infinite Ultron. One of the biggest ones right now, and I don't want to put you on the spot, so I'm not going to ask you. Maybe we can ask the people that are watching right now, is how did Ultron get the Soul Stone? Who did Ultron have to sacrifice, or did he get it after a character already sacrificed somebody to get the Soul Stone? So
Yeah,
I
or
think that's
is he from maybe his universe has a different way to get the soul stone, like because it's different universes, different stones. Who knows?
that's possible. I mean, in the back of my mind, like I was trying to just come up with different scenarios. One that I already heard was, what if Ultron looks at Tony as a father, basically?
I was
Because
just thinking that actually right now as we're
right.
Yeah, Tony is a good one.
Yeah. Or here's the other thing I was thinking. What if Ultron was able to overpower Thanos, who didn't have all of them yet, and was able to just take all the stones that Thanos had, one being the Soul Stone?
Zombie Thanos.
Or could be zombie Thanos. Yeah. Just as easily he could have.
Yeah, because Party Thor and Evil Doctor Strange, or Dark Doctor Strange, I guess we gotta call him. I think in the trailer you do hear him talk about zombies, and you're like, okay, maybe that's kind of what's happening here.
Right.
Figuring out the origin of the stones right there. Easy way to get the stones is from that zombie Thanos right there.
Right.
Yeah.
But here's the other question: how did zombie Thanos get the stones? Did he bring zombie Gamora and throw her off the cliff?
How do you get infected so quick?
I don't know. These are all questions we need answered.
Yeah.
If you know any of the answers to these questions and you're watching this, put them in the comments. As always, this is everything we have thought of. Let us know in the comments, what did you think of this latest episode? And what do you think moving forward? Is Infinite Ultron going to be the main baddie, I guess, of this season? Or is he maybe the mini boss leading to who knows what? Galactus, zombie Thanos, like with the Infinity Gauntlet completed? We don't know yet. I cannot wait to find out. And as always, don't forget, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to hear about all of our video releases. Bye, everybody!